Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a new part of my home. This is my children's play area, and today's video is going to be all about toys. Now, if you saw the title of the video, then you know that the focus is on toys for toddlers, but I tried my best to come up with a list of toys that have great longevity, toys that kids will play with for months and even years to come. A lot of the toys that I have on this list are things that my 10-month-old nephew plays with, my 2-year-old plays with, and even my 6-year-old still plays with, so I really tried to focus on things that will give you bang for your buck, things that are developmentally appropriate for your child and that will help grow their brains, and also toys that aren't just going to sit around your house and add to the clutter and mess that can come with having kids, right? I also wanted to mention that the list of toys I'm going to share with you have a wide variety of price points. Some of them are on the higher, more expensive end, but also some of them are very affordable at less than $20. The last thing I wanted to say before we get into it is that this video is not sponsored in any way. I am an affiliate with a few companies like Amazon, so some of the links in the description may be affiliate links, but all of this is just my opinion. These are toys that we have tried and tested in our home and that we have gotten a lot of great use out of, and so I just wanted to share them with you today. So let's jump right into it. Let's talk about some great toddler toys. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to talk about is the thing that I got the most questions about whenever I posted that picture in my community tab, and that is these Waldorf play stands. So a lot of you are asking, what is that bench? What is that called? This is called a Waldorf play stand, and there's actually two stands here. So there's one over here and one over here, and then we have connected it with the arch set, which is what you see on the top. A lot of people use play silks with it. So this is a silk from Sarah's Silk. Basically what they are is an open-ended imaginary play toy, something like that. Basically, your child can make them into anything that they want them to be, and so they are just a tool for your child's imagination. And so far, right now, ours is set up like a little playhouse, and we have the kitchen inside, and they have been playing house in there a lot. But we've also used this as a lemonade stand, as a puppet theater, as a cave, as a pirate ship. It's been a face painting booth. So they're pretty lightweight. They're easy for kids to move around, especially as they get a little older. But they can really just be transformed into anything that your child wants them to be. This also makes a great calm down structure. You can get fabrics with really calming tones and put, comfortable pillows inside, and it becomes an awesome space for like a calm down corner or a reading nook, even as your kids get older. Since we're over here in the playhouse already, then I wanted to mention our play kitchen as well. We love play kitchens. We love imaginary play like this, and my kids have always loved the play kitchen. My 6-year-old still plays with it. We got our play kitchen from Buy Nothing, which is a group I've talked about quite a bit on my channel. But if you're unfamiliar with Buy Nothing, it's a nationwide group that you can find on Facebook, and you just go to the search bar and type in Buy Nothing and the name of your city, and it's basically a community where you can find items for free. One thing that I do love about the play kitchen is that I notice my kids will actually play by themselves with it for a while, which is something that I love. They will set out people, they'll be talking, and they'll create like a whole story, using the play kitchen as a tool. So I love that, and I think play kitchens are very valuable. Now, on the note of playing with food, I also wanted to mention this Melissa and Doug egg cutting set. Now, I don't know what it is about toddlers and eggs, but every toddler that's ever been in my home, and we used to have, before COVID, we had huge play groups that would come over, sometimes 10 kids at a time and all the parents, and we'd have brunch, and it was really nice. But for some reason, all the toddlers gravitate towards these egg toys. They love eggs. Comes with a wooden knife, and you can cut the eggs open, and there's a different color inside of each egg. So this toy is great for teaching colors because you can compare identical objects with different colors. So it's a great way to kind of give examples of what the colors are. And they love being able to play with a knife like a grown-up. So this is a toy that kids play with over and over again. Really great job, Melissa and Doug. All right, so while we're talking about Melissa and Doug, if you have a child that loves cars or mechanical things, I wanted to talk about the Melissa and Doug service station. This is something that my son plays with multiple times a week. So basically it has an elevator where the cars can go up and down. It has a functioning garage that can open and close. It's just a lot of working parts. A really cool part of it too is this car wash where you can actually slide the cars through the car wash. So there's a lot of different aspects to this toy, and it gets a ton of use. Next up, I wanted to talk about a subscription service called Lovevery. Now, I've talked about Lovevery before on my channel in regard to their baby play mats, which I think were just expertly designed. But Lovevery actually has a subscription service where for around $36 a month, you can get these epic boxes of toys that are sent to your home, and they're specifically curated to meet your child at their development level. And they send them to you once every 2 to 3 months based on your child's development. So you put in your child's age, and then they curate the boxes specifically as your child grows, and it can go actually from birth all the way through 3 years of age. But I really think that their toddler play kits have been my favorite so far from all the boxes that we've tried. I also like Lovevery because the subscriptions can easily be turned on and off. So if there's a box that I really want, I will turn it on and get it for my child, and then I can pause it or turn off the subscription for a while. So I recently got 2 toddler kits from them that we have been using, and some of the toys that were included were this like stacking puzzle. And my son, I even took this to my daughter's swimming lessons last week, and he was more interested in this toy than he was in the pool. So that just shows you how specific their toys are, how curated they are towards your child's exact interest and development at any given time. They also included this really neat working sink in the last box that we got, and my son will play with that so I can cook dinner. He will play the whole time. He's so engrossed by the sink, turning it on and off, washing the dishes, mimicking what we do. But all of their toys are really, really high quality. Most of them are wood. We also got this little matching puzzle, and it's made out of linen and organic cotton. But I just thought it was really great. All their toys are super high quality. They're something that you're gonna be able to use for a really long time, that will survive through multiple children. They're not gonna be cluttering up your play space or your home area. They're all geared towards growing your child's brain and making play an enriching experience instead of just a stimulating or overwhelming experience. So I think it's a really, really great concept, and a really great idea, especially if you're lost in the area of toys. You don't know what to buy, and you find yourself accumulating a lot of junk that you're not using. Now I wanted to mention some art supplies. We love the Crayola toddler art supplies. They have stage 1, stage 2, and we use their watercolor paint brushes. We also use their toddler markers, and they have a toddler watercolor set that's actually made for kids that are age 3 and up, but we use it at 2, and as long as you supervise, you know, I don't want to speak for your child in your home, but we've had no problems with it. It works really great. What I love about the Crayola art supplies are not only are they shaped appropriately so that a small hand can hold and manipulate it, they're also really, really washable. So my daughter, I never had problems with her coloring on the wall, but my son, he'd much rather color on the wall or the floor or on himself than the paper. That's something we're really, really working hard on right now, is trying to get him to only color on paper. But what I love about the Crayola art supplies is that I can easily just take a baby wipe and they will wipe off of any surface, including him. The next toy I wanted to talk about are Magnetiles. Now, I have talked about Magnetiles a few times on my channel, and my daughter actually got her first set of these on her first birthday. A family friend was very nice enough to gift them to us because I never would have thought to buy these. But these have been used on a daily, weekly basis since that first birthday. We still have the same kit, and we have added to it. We've also added a set at the grandparents' house. But Magnetiles are amazing. I made a video of a bunch of games that you can play with Magnetiles, different ways you can use them. So I'll link that down below if you are already a Magnetile family or you're interested in them. These are great open-ended play toys. My daughter has built zoos out of them. My son builds towers and houses and knocks them over. They walk around and see what they will stick to in the house. They've built racetracks out of them. We've played games on the window. So really, if you don't know what they are, they're basically little different shaped blocks that have magnets in all the corners, and they will stick together, so you can build all sorts of play structures with them. It's like blocks on steroids. I mean, they really, really are cool, and even the grown-ups in our home have loved playing with them. So this is a toy that you can add to that will get used for years and years. The next toy that I wanted to talk about are these play animals from the Terra brand. Now, I spent months searching for the best sets of play animals. I tested a bunch of them, and if you try to go down the Amazon rabbit hole, just know that you can spend a lot of money on crappy play animals that will just fall fall over when you try to get them to stand up. They have holes in them. They're really lightweight. And, you know, don't do that. Don't waste your money or your time when you can buy the Terra brand animals. I think that these are the best on the market. They are on Amazon, and they are, I believe they're $19.99 for a set, and you buy them in groups. So you could buy, you know, farm animals, safari animals. They are super heavy. I don't know if you can hear that. They stand on their own, and it's difficult to knock them over, so your children can actually, you know, play with them. They're great for sorting as well, because like, as I mentioned, you can buy several sets of different types of animals, and you can, you know, teach your children to sort them. They also have sets with moms and baby animals. The painting on them, I don't know if you can see this, they are hand painted. They have stood the test of time. They have been banged around and thrown around. That's my toddler's new thing he loves to do. He shouts, "I'm throwing," and then he just throws his cars or these animals or whatever he can get his hands on around. Wait, that's what's going on here right now. But these have been thrown a lot of times, and they have really withstood the beating of that. They are pretty heavy duty, great animal that can be used for all kinds of imaginary play, and that will last. The next thing I want to talk about is our Strider bike. Now, if you haven't heard of Strider bikes, they are a company that makes balance bikes for kids. And the whole goal of using a balance bike is that your child will learn the feel of riding a bicycle and never need to use training wheels. So they will learn to balance from the get-go. And Strider makes this really cool balance bike that's put into a rocker. So kids as young as 6 months, as long as they can sit up well, can use it, and then it can go all the way through the older years, because of course the bike is very adjustable. And so it's geared towards taking them from baby all the way until they're ready for an actual bike with pedals. And kids can go so fast on these things. I mean, it's basically like riding a bike. They have little pads for them to put their feet on, so it's almost the exact same feel of riding a bike without training wheels. Right now inside I have the balance bike in the stand, and he uses this thing all the time. It's a great way for him to sort of like zone out, get out a lot of his, you know, overstimulation, wear out some energy, and it's fun. It's really fun. It's almost like turning the bike into a rocking horse. So I'll link that down below. You can buy just the bike or the bike with the stand, and they are a great toy that will carry through for several years of use, and will actually work on teaching your kid a skill so that you don't have to go through the whole training wheel issue. Now, the final thing I wanted to mention is not really a toy, but it's a place in our home that gets a ton of use. I talked about it a lot in my last video, and that is our calming corner. I have these tools from Generation Mindful that are these epic posters and little manipulatives that teach kids about emotions and how to handle their strong feelings. And for toddlers, if you have a toddler, you know they go through a lot of strong feelings every day. So our calm down corner has been an invaluable place in our home. My son actually takes himself to it now that we've used it for a while. So if he's feeling overwhelmed or he's having a tantrum, he will go there himself. Sorry if the lighting is not the best. Our house has so many windows, so sometimes things get washed out. These are the posters that we have in our calm down corner and the cards, and my son comes over and now he's really starting to point to the face. Like he'll go, "I'm silly, silly, silly," and he waves his hands in the air, or he knows the sad, so when he's upset he will say the sad. But there's a more simplified chart that we use for him. You know, when he's really upset, he can point to one of these faces, and that really gives us a big jumping off point to talk about feelings and about what happened. And then I also have this kit where I keep his colors and stuff in, so he'll get that and take it to the table when he needs to calm down. But I wanted to show you a couple of books if you have kids that are, you know, real high strung, or they're going through a phase of tantrums. This one is called Calm Down Time, and this one has been awesome when my son is very upset and he has trouble calming down. It gives some great little you know, tips for helping a toddler calm down, and there's some pages about breathing, so I'll do the breathing with him, and it really just helps him to learn how to take himself from a really high strung moment to a more calm moment where we can talk about what happened. So Calm Down Time, it's a great book. And also these books have been great for our house. You know, whenever we have a specific incident, hands are not for hitting and voices are not for yelling. These come in a board book as well for younger kids, but I like the actual book, and it says 4 to 7, but my 2-year-old has no issue listening to it. I might simplify it a little bit. You know, it's not specifically a toy, but this is something that we will use and continue to use for years to come, and I just think this product is incredible. I feel like I have talked a lot in this video. If you have stuck around this long, thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And please be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Often YouTube turns off my comments, and so when you give it a thumbs up or rate the video, it actually really helps me out with the analytics, because there's nothing else to boost my channel. So if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Please share it with other people in your lives. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. I have a lot of great things coming up. I've had some requests for day in the life videos, for Q&A. So I think I'm gonna start working on those, as well as the other things that I was already gonna bring to you all. So if you have any special requests, please know that you can always connect with me on Instagram, or send me an email, and I try to address all of those if I can. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks again, bye.